Alright, hola everyone. Welcome to another rant as I drive to work. Very much so late, like I'm like an hour late at this point. I'll probably be like 45 minutes late, but I knew I was gonna be late when I woke up late, and then I was having some stomach issues. But I broke one of my nails. Don't even know how that freaking happened. So they look raggedy now. But I didn't feel like trying to pry that one off. These had like popped off and I just replaced them. So yeah, my updated manicure for you guys. So I don't know what's gonna happen these next couple of months, but I have started applying for other jobs that they're like a similar job that I have now, but it pays a lot better. And you know, I feel like I kind of lost overall respect for the company that I'm working for and my job in general, because I felt like when I voiced my concerns about the job, about the trading, about everything, and I just was like voicing like, hey, is there anything that can be done? Like, I want to be able to feel like I can do the best. And they kind of just brushed off my concerns, my issues, everything. And the same thing goes with my pay. Like, I was told I was being paid more than what I'm actually being paid. And when I messaged HR about it, they made it seem like, oh, well, that's not an official letter. Like, we don't have to go by that. And so I feel like it's just been one issue after another issue. And I'm like, I don't know if this is like a normal thing. This a-hole just cut me off. I don't know if it's like a normal thing for jobs or like companies to just be like, oh, we base salary is this, but we offer this, and then pay like the base salary anyways and just not say anything. Like, I don't know, like, this is my first, I guess, somewhat, it's not my first corporate job, but kind of, I don't even know how to explain it, but I'm just getting a taste of like what it's like working for like a big company, and when you're like at the bottom, seeing how they don't really like value or treat you well. And like, I just looked at a job like Target is hiring, and their starting salary or hourly rate is higher than what I'm even getting paid. And I'm like, and I know Target probably has benefits and everything else. So I started looking at other jobs because I feel like at this point it is just about the money. I don't want like a career at this place. I don't feel like I'm valued. I don't feel like I'm heard. I don't feel like I'm listened to. And overall, as someone with who I feel like I should be working in HR, like, I have a degree in psychology, a minor in sociology, like, I study that stuff. Now, HR, I feel like I could be trained to do it. But I feel like if you're working in HR and your job is to make sure that the people working there, their needs are met, you're following company policies, this and that, but overall your job is to keep the people working there, you know, making sure that they're being taken care of, their issues are being heard and listened. And my job makes it seem like they have this big open door policy, but really they don't listen, they don't care, they're not really attentive to the issues. And I've spoken with so many of my coworkers who all feel the exact same way I'm feeling. Like, they're all ready to quit. They're all like, this job isn't it, they don't care about us. I called in sick and they're acting like I'm throwing up, and they're telling me it doesn't matter. Like, during a pandemic where you should not be forced to come to work if you do not feel well. And so it has just come to, or I've just come to the realization that this job really is not like that great. As much as my mom had like great things to say about this company, which is why I was even a little bit excited about it, I have come to my own conclusion that I don't know, maybe they were back in the day, but right now, child, this is not it. And I really do feel like they don't listen to enough of people's concerns. So anyways, I've started applying for other jobs that I can, one, work from home, because that is ideal. I don't like having to come into a physical building and pretty much risk my health every day when the company is not following the policies that they even set forth for themselves, as in having your temperature be checked every time you come into the building. Now, the temperature only gets checked, for the first 3 hours, and then the person is gone. So if someone goes on their lunch break, leaves for their lunch break not feeling well, and still comes back, like, there's no control for that. But the jobs that I'm applying for now, I'm making sure, one, they pay minimum $15 an hour. At this point, I cannot afford to be making anything less than $15 an hour. If it pays less than $15 an hour, I will make a stink about it, because it's been 3 years since I graduated from college. I still haven't found a job. It seems like, I don't know if it's me. I work on my resume, I tailor it. It just seems like every time I still just don't either end up getting the position. Like, I don't know what it is. If it's me, am I not interviewing well? I probably do need to work on my interview skills, but I feel like I usually do well in interviews. But I either need a salary position or a job that pays minimum $15 an hour, no less than that, because I don't need to be making less than $2,000 a month. No one really should be making less than $2,000 a month. You cannot live off of that. You cannot actually take care of yourself with less than $15 an hour, unless you're gonna find a one-bedroom apartment that is $500 or less, because $1,500, you can't afford really to pay more than 30% of your income towards rent, which would technically be $450. Oh my goodness. So, like, if you're making not even $15 an hour, you are gonna be living paycheck to paycheck, which is pretty much me right now. And I'm still paying my mom rent, which I think she's saving for me. I really don't know. I pay my mom $500 in rent, and I'm paying off my credit card debt, and I still pay my car insurance, my phone bill, my food, my gas, like all the other stuff. So, and I'm still living paycheck to paycheck with a $500 rent, and most one-bedroom apartments around me are at least going to be $600, not including utilities. So it's like, unless I find a roommate, I can't really afford ish right now. So at least a salary position, at least $15 an hour, hopefully something with benefits, because I do enjoy having health insurance finally, and dental and vision and all that other stuff that you should get at any job, every job. And honestly, you shouldn't have to have a job just to have health insurance. I feel like that is kind of BS, because all it does is makes people like stay at jobs even when the jobs are crap. Like, I can't afford this job, but if I need the health insurance that this job comes with, they're gonna stay at a job that might be terrible, that might be horrible, that might ruin their mental health just for the benefits. So I'm trying to not have that mindset, because I know this is not a job I should be staying at that is going to help me in my long-term career path. So I'm thinking now, what is the hourly rate? Is it enough that I could probably afford to pay less in health insurance if I had a higher hourly rate anyways, because I would just have more money. And for the things that I even need medically wise, well, I still haven't had my primary doctor's visit, but I hopefully don't have anything serious enough that I need, a really great benefits. But again, that's why healthcare should not be attached to employment. It should just be something that you don't have to worry about, so that you're actually working jobs that actually value the employee and make sure they're getting just paid enough to survive and live off of. So after that, even I want to be able to work from home and have a earlier schedule. My current schedule, I feel like I've gotten so much lazier. I'm not as productive. Like when I had to be up early, baby, I was getting so much done in my days because I had to be at work by 6:45 in the morning. I was up by 5:30 a.m. done at work by 3:15. I could take a nap. I would Uber for another 3 hours, 4 hours, come home, still have like an hour or two to myself because I just try to be in bed by 10 p.m. Get me a good 6-7 hours of sleep and keep it pushing next day. And I had like my actual weekends off. Like my Monday through Friday, my training schedule was actually good. Now, I didn't think I would miss. I don't miss actually getting up early. I just miss how productive I was when I got up early, and that I was still able to do other things throughout my day. So I am just really, really praying to have like my dream job. Now, my dream job is not really something that you can apply for, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, and I also want to start like my own businesses and all that stuff. Like, that's my dream job, is to be a business for myself and to work in like the music field and be able to, you know, actually have like a creative outlet for myself. So that's where I want to be. But the process to get there is not like a clear-cut path. So that's why I kind of have been struggling since graduating from college, because it's like I have this degree. It's not really my passion. I went to college because, you know, my parents were like, you're going to college. I was pretty much undecided, switched my major about 5-6 times. Psychology is interesting to me because I like people, I like understanding people, and I'm very like observant as a person, so I like observe a lot, and that's basically what psychology is. So I enjoyed psychology. I don't really know if I want to work in it, but I definitely want to do something where I'm like helping people in some capacity, in like a motivational, inspirational type of way. So if that's just me like sharing my story, being honest with people about, and I'm so sorry if y'all can't hear me over my loud freaking car. It's old, it's raggedy, but I still love her because she gets me to and from places, so it's whatever. But I do just want to acknowledge that, you know, I want to be able to do something that's more than just about myself and be able to help people no matter what that capacity is. So I am trying to be a less selfish person. You know, I don't want to become one of those self-absorbed people who like are only care about themselves, only think about themselves. Like, I don't ever want to be that. And I think it does help that I try to stay grounded. Ooh, I think I want to get a coffee from McDonald's. I did a real quick turn into here. I'm already late, so it sucks that I'm like this. Dang, breakfast is probably over. It's almost 11. I'm just gonna get an iced coffee. no.
Thank you for choosing McDonald's.
Hi, can I get a large iced coffee?
What flavor would you like, please?
Can I do caramel?
That's a large.
Yes.
And what else can I get for you?
That's it.
161, first window, please.
Thank you. I love being late and then coming in with a drink light. I'm sorry, but I really just, I feel like I just lost respect for my job, and now I just don't care anymore, and that's just the honest truth. Like, I know I have not been the best employee, but, and I shouldn't make excuses for that, because I guess you should always try to be your best. But the experience I've had made me lose respect. So I'm like, if y'all don't care about me, then why should I care about y'all? Yes. Thank you. These are press-ons. Oh. I got these from Target, actually. They're like the Kiss. Yeah, just glue, and you can take them on, take them off. You have a great day. Yes, Lord. She likes my nails. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Oh shoot, y'all, I don't even have a place, oh gosh, to put my coffee. All right, let me move my breast. I dumb forgot I have like a water bottle, my watermelon iced tea. I always just have drinks handy. I brought my lunch today too, so I get paid tomorrow. Hopefully it's not going to be that much, but I'm appreciative because I still got bills to pay. So anyways, y'all, in conclusion, I just want better for myself than this current situation, and I know it's important to be, I guess, content where you are, but I feel like some situations that you're placed in just light a fire under you to want and do better for yourself. And I feel like, if anything, that's what this position has given me, because for a long time I was just like, I don't want to say I didn't want to be employed, but I just had a hard time finding like jobs to apply for, and I still do. But I've realized, you know, customer service, I know I have good customer service because I'm a patient person, I'm a helpful person. The reviews, that I get a lot of compliments from the people, the calls that I take, saying like, thank you so much, you were so helpful. And people just love my tone of voice, I guess, which you know, I don't really have any control over that. I've been literally told that my whole life, like, you have such a nice tone of voice, and I'm like, I don't really hear it. I guess I just sound really nice. I have had people tell me I sound like a white girl, which is just ignorant, but regardless, I know it's not, my reason for not liking this job is not, I don't have the ability to be great at my job, because I know I can. If I put my mind towards anything, I will be great at it. I just don't want to be great at it here. And that sounds bad, but it's just like, I want to put my best foot forward regardless. And I know I haven't been doing that here. And I really just don't know how this is all going to play out. But I really pray I just end up getting this position, whatever position it is, that will really just set me in the direction towards, one, being financially independent and stable, not having to rely on living with my parents to survive. To be honest though, I'd rather live with my parents and pay them rent that they can save up for me so I can just buy a house, because rent is the biggest waste of money. Like, you're paying someone else, making them rich, when you could be owning your own house after living with your parents for, shoot, there's no freaking parking here. Ugh, y'all, I hate this. Anyways, what was I saying? So I really would rather, if my parents didn't mind, I think it's really smart to, if your children are working full-time, let them live with you and pay you rent that you can save up for them so that they can actually own their own house, instead of making them like, you got to be independent. I mean, independent is great, but having people pay rent for like 5 years of their lives and they're struggling to afford houses because rent is too high. I was gonna curse, but I decided not to. The rent is too freaking high. They can be paying rent, which actually is just saving, and you can see how much money have you paid in rent for the past 3 years of my life. Even for me, I paid at least, during college, because I moved around, I would say my average rent was maybe like $500 a month. So that's 500 times 12, that's $6,000 times 4. Your girl could have had $24,000 saved up to put as a down payment towards a house. Mortgages are a lot less cheaper too. My mom literally has a house here that she only pays for, the mortgage is $450. So it's just financially smarter for parents to allow their kids to stay with them if they're working full-time, or if they're not working full-time. Like, actually help your kids. Like, don't throw them out in the world and want them to just fall on their face and like thrust them into homelessness, because, and that's also obviously if your parent has the means to do that, because not everyone has, you know, a stable home or a great background to do that. But for those who are blessed to have that, I feel like I want to be the type of parent who, you know, pushes my kids towards independence, but also makes them financially aware of the fact that if you're living with me and you're working full-time, you can pay rent to stay here that I'm going to save for you to actually own your own house, have your own place, so that instead of you paying rent towards someone else, making them rich, you can actually invest that money into yourself and having a stable future in a home instead of renting for years. So I don't know how I got on this topic. Anyways, y'all, I gotta get to work. I am almost an hour late, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I don't know where I'm gonna post it. This is kind of just like chats with me about my life, about whatever. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to comment down below and subscribe for more videos. Bye, guys.